talk about our predictions for the Death at Dupuis backyard event happening this weekend down south near Lake Okeechobee. I have my predictions, and I have them on a slideshow. And Chris is going to talk about his predictions. So we're going to go over my predictions first. This is kind of tough when you're going over these predictions because a lot of these guys are my good friends. So you're trying to figure out where you're gonna put one over the other, and then also because you're good friends, you can kind of have you can kind of hear from them. You know, I reached out to a lot of them, how you feeling and stuff. So I have a little inside knowledge on how these runners are feeling for the race. So we're going to start with mine. And we're going to start for fifth place. We're going to go top five down to one. Fifth place, who I think is going to finish fifth at the Death at Dupuis, and we're going to bring it to the stage. I have Doug Mail out of St. Petersburg, Florida. So Doug last year got his first sub 24-hour 100-mile last year at Death at Dupuis. But the reason I picked Doug had that 1,000-mile month in December. He's been doing a lot of multi-day. He's pretty, what do they call him? The king of numbers. Like I want to see how Doug does out there. I think Doug will do great. So I got Doug at number 5. We're going to go down to number 4. I got Arian Roshan. And last year, Arian PR'd here with 104 miles at this race. Arian's just putting up a lot of miles. He's done the 4.44 lately. He has a lot of grit. I love to see how he improves this weekend and see how he moves up. Number 3, we have Loanne Vo. Last year, she had the assist at 179 miles. And she was also our female runner of the year. She is pretty. We know Loanne. So my thing is, I don't know how close to 100% she's coming into the race. I think she may be coming in around 90%. And I think if Loanne was 100%, I would have her higher up on my list. All right, down to number 2, I have Andy Shawley. Andy Shawley has a PR of 175 miles in the Backyard Ultras. I think Andy's the most experienced in this field. Andy's a great ultra runner, but he loves this format, and this is the format he just goes after. He doesn't run very many other races. Honestly, I don't even know if he has a 100-mile race outside of the backyard format on there. But I have Andy at number 2. And so you all may think, who do I have at number 1? May not be a surprise, but I have Julian Long, who won this event last year at 183 miles. He was first place last year, and he was first place at the Cross Florida 200. So we know Julian can go the distance. He had a great race at Across Florida, and honestly, he would have knocked a lot of time. He would have been a lot faster at Cross Florida 200 if I was actually pushing him. So I wasn't. So I have that. That's my top 5. I got Doug, Arian, Loanne, Andy Shawley, and Julian Long. So there was. Oh, and then I call these my honorable mention, or the people that are going to make me pay for not picking them for being in here, and they're going to kick ass. So I have Jonathan Kier. He's a great runner. We're hoping he comes in healthy for this race. Nicholas Sorbonne, I actually don't know much about Nicholas, but he has pretty good ultra sign up. And Scott Hoover. And Scott said he's not bringing any food, but we all know that's bullshit because I told him he better be bringing his steaks so I can eat so he can feed me and my kids when we're down there this weekend. So, all right, Chris, who do you have for your picks?
All right. Well, we're pretty close. Obviously different order, but I started number 5 with Arian Roshan. I met him, just a few years ago when he really just started running in general, and he actually bought some trail shoes off of me, and then he's just gone bonkers since the amount of miles he puts up. He's incredible. Backyard format, see if he can slow down enough to get it done, but he's definitely a very, very solid runner. Number four, this is a dark horse for me. I just want to throw him in there because his mental capacity is there. And if he decides to slow down and follow the strategies that I gave him, he will perform well with Dan Hilliard. He really is an incredible, talented runner. He just hasn't found his niche in ultra running yet. Mostly, very successful at shorter distances. I think he's going to do great at long distances once he finds the strategies. But he's a competitor, so if he's in it, he's going to grind until he can't. So I have him at 4. 3, Mr. Andy Shawley. Man, the dude's awesome. Like you said, he's a specialist in what he does. I haven't talked to him for a little while, so I don't know where he is at training wise. I know he had a lot of life changes, new home, new everything else last year. Dealt with a lot of the storms, so I don't know where his training is. So I put him at 3. Number 2 will come as a surprise, but I'm putting Julian Long at number 2. And with the win, I'm going to give it to Loan. I've gained a lot more respect than I ever had for this lady over the last year. Spending time with her at Bulldog, watching her absolutely destroy herself in the first 24 hours and get up and continue to move for 24 more hours. One of the most incredible things I've ever seen. And then, we just took a little jog together the other day at Long Haul. Just her having the mental capacity to step out a long haul to allow herself to really recover and get ready for this race. Like you said, I don't know if she's physically 100%, but I know she's always mentally 100%. So I wouldn't put anybody up against her any given day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And she has a great crew. She's got Justin coming out the crew. Shali's bringing a crew this year, which he's excited about. Shali said he's going in it just like any other backyard, ready to put up a fight and do some damage. So Shali's good. Julian, I haven't talked to Julian yet just to see how he is. So he's usually in the chat. So Julian, tell us how many yards you're going to go, and who else? Ariane, he has a crew coming out with him, and so Dan Hillard, that's a good one. We'd love to see what he does. And like a lot of these races, like last year, you have people that you've never even heard of. So there's several people down here with a 0 ultra sign up score that could just kick butt. So last year, Elizabeth Colorado just came in out of nowhere and just destroyed it last year. She had a great race. We had no clue who she was. We kept waiting for her to falter, and she didn't. She made it through the 100 miles and ran really well. So we don't know what it's. We're going to see how it goes tomorrow, this weekend. I will be down there live streaming. We got a double live stream, so we have the backyard. We have this backyard ultra. We also have the in-house treadmill ultra going on. So there's 11 people competing in St. Pete. So we'll be running them side by side. And they're both starting at 8:00 in the morning. So it'll be fun tracking both of them to see how they go. So